Welcome back to another episode of UTalks. I'm so absolutely delighted to be with you on today. I am Dr. Laci Coppins Robbins, Executive Director for Urban Learning Collaborative, and today I'm so excited to be back again with my co-hosts,
Dr. Clavon Byrd.
Dr. Clavon, I feel like it's been a minute since we've actually been together having conversation because we both have been having so many amazing conversations independently,
True.
Sharing our thoughts independently and with some amazing guests for this year's fall ball.
Yeah, it's always good to be back together again. Okay.
But I want to ask you the one thing. This particular episode is all about the one thing. Now, if you're not familiar with the one thing, this is something that we will often ask individuals to consider and think about when it comes to change management. So if you've ever attended a professional development and, there's so many things that you're learning, or you've gone and, you've heard a keynote speaker or even going to church, right? Mm-hmm. And so you're getting ready to leave and you're like, oh my gosh, where do I begin? I don't even know where to start. Well, one thing we always encourage people is to do just that, to consider what's one thing that can make an impact. So this year, we have the 2024 Fall Gala.
Yes.
It is the Fall Ball, which I'm so excited about.
And the date?
And the date is October the 19th. It's a Saturday night. It'll be at the St. Kate's Arts Hotel.
Swanky.
Absolutely beautiful,
yes,
right?
Yes.
It's a chance to get dressed up because it's an after 5 event from 6 to 11. So get a babysitter for my fellow moms and dads out there.
Get my tuxedo and
get your tuxedo. It would be very appropriate. I'm definitely going to be rocking the sparkle. But with all that being said, as we'll be recognizing educators, education adjacent supporters, what's one thing that you are most excited about, looking forward to for this year's 2024 Fall Ball?
Sure. So to discuss my one thing, I want to talk a little bit about last year's Fall Ball.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I attended last year's Fall Ball, and this leads to my one thing. My one thing is seeing Dr. Laci gets so hyped up when she plays auctioneer or when she is tracking the giving for the night. I mean, you were going wild. I mean, you were just ordinarily, Dr. Laci is a very reserved, professional woman, but that night, you were going full tilt. So I'm really looking forward to that because it's really the atmosphere.
Yes.
The energy in the room, the atmosphere around celebrating education, around celebrating alums of ULC's programs, around celebrating people who impact the community.
Yes.
It's the atmosphere. That's what I'm looking forward to.
It's definitely the atmosphere. The atmosphere is charged. I was super excited because we not only met our goal, we surpassed it.
Yeah.
So how could I not be excited?
I mean, you were going. Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were excited.
It's
to
so
say
hard
the
for
least,
people to believe that. Yes,
least.
indeed, I was a cheerleader. People find that so hard to believe, but it is in fact true.
Okay.
All the way from like middle school through college,
Gotcha.
So I know how to get hype with it.
You were getting hype.
I was so excited. You know why I was so hyped and excited though too? Because that meant the fact that we not only met our goal, but surpassed our goal of $50,000 and raising $50,000 over the course of like gearing up for the night of, and then that night going over the top.
Right.
That allows us to bring even more dynamic programming, more dynamic experiences for our alum, for people who are currently in our program, for individuals who are part of our school. This year, we are really focused on literacy and seeing how because every test is a reading test. So seeing how we can do even more around the field of literacy for educators, getting them trained, those who are education adjacent. So say, for example, your guidance counselors, your social workers, your speech pathologists, maybe even a pediatrician, all those individuals who still are trying to figure out, how does literacy show up in what I'm doing for my day today?
Okay.
So you know what my one thing is?
What is it?
My one thing is being able to reconnect with so many amazing people in the room. Now, I literally have been going through my Rolodex, like, who do I want to have in the room this year who I know loves having a good time and who will benefit from being in this room and in this space and making connections with other people.
Okay.
Because on this night, we have cigarette break. live music.
Okay.
I know.
You had them last year.
We had them last year.
I know a member of the band.
Yes. We had them last year for just the start. They were a part of like the cocktail hour. And so many people remarked about what a wonderful... Bring them back. And so we said, well, why have them just for the cocktail hour? We don't need the DJ. Let's just have the live music going all night long.
Okay.
So they will be there. There will be, the background music for us for the evening, the soundtrack of the night.
Okay.
But they will also be providing music afterwards. So for those individuals who like to hit the dance floor, there will be opportunity, space and opportunity will be available. I know, I'm with you. I'm on the sideline cheering on that one as well. But nevertheless.
But can I say one thing?
Please.
Particularly for our audience members out there who may not know what a Rolodex is. We're really talking about the contact list in your phone, right? Okay. If you know, right? And if you don't know, you don't know.
Right. You're making me feel bad.
No, I mean, we always need to clarify.
Yes, it's vocabulary building.
That's
right.
That's right.
So there's so many, the great meal that's going to be had on that night.
Yes.
The food is delicious there. Excellent conversation. We also have the silent auction.
Is Sidney Moncrief coming this year?
Sidney Moncrief is actually in the building. Now, last year, we auctioned one of his jerseys, but this year, he is going to be in the building. He is our keynote speaker for that night. Super Sid, as he was known when he played with the Bucks.
One of my favorite players growing up.
Back
in the days when we had Rolodexes.
Right.
Yeah. One of my favorite players.
I have heard that so many times when I'm telling people and sharing with them who our speaker is for this year. They're like, oh my gosh, he was my favorite player growing up as a kid. Well, this is a chance that you'll have to be able to meet him one-on-one. He will be there as a part of the cocktail hour.
Wonderful.
He's going to be inspiring us all around literacy. Wow. And we have something else special lined up for this year's auction item, live auction item, in addition to all of the auction baskets that are going to be there too. It's going to be phenomenal.
And if they want to find out what that is, you have to get your ticket to the fall ball.
Gotta get your ticket.
Saturday, October 19th.
It'll be here before you know it. We're like right in the last push to be able to have people to secure their seats. But yeah, this is the place to be, the fall ball. The leaves are changing. So you might as well come on inside and, bring your boo or a friend and just come have a good time for a great cause.
For a great cause. And you get to see Dr. Laci put those cheerleading skills to the test.
Absolutely. I think I might need to get some new pom-poms for this night because it's going to be phenomenal. I believe, again, we're going to surpass the goal. I just believe it.
I do too.
It's going to happen.
I feel it.
All right, so there you have it. You want to be a part of this night. Perhaps this will be your one thing. We'd love to hear from you. If you attended last year or maybe even the year before, what was the one thing that you enjoyed the most? Leave it in the comments for us. Let us know. And remember, you can still secure your seats for the 2024 Fall Ball, which is being held at the St. Kate's Arts Hotel. And if you're watching this in 2025 or beyond, listen, I bet you tickets are available for then as well. We'd love to have you be a part of it. As a reminder, please like, share, subscribe, become a part of this conversation that we'll continue to have ongoing, because it's not about me, it's about you. Leadership begins with you. Until next time, we'll see you soon. I'm Dr. Laci Coppins Robbins, Executive Director of Urban Learning Collaborative, and you're listening to UTalks. As a reminder, you can join us here every week so that you can learn more about what's the latest when it comes to leadership. This particular podcast includes various groups, solo episodes, as well as interviews where you get a chance to hear not only from Dr. Clavon Byrd, but also myself, as well as individuals within our community that are leading the next level of leadership. So, how can you be a part? Well, be sure to like, share, and subscribe so that you can stay up to date with everything that's happening at the ULC and in the ULC community. We'd love to have you be a part of this. So remember, applications are continuously rolling for that you can either be a part of our school community, MESA, you can join and be a part of our teaching community in one of our teacher certification programs, or you can even make the decision that you want to advance and ascend into leadership by being a part of our Leadership Develop You. As we always say, and never forget, leadership doesn't begin with me, it begins with you.